she came to see me the very first time, and I was making my wreaths, and I just had beautiful wreaths all over the house, and she was so impressed with those wreaths that she said to me, "Could I bring my boy over to see you? I want him to see what you are doing. He doesn't think he can do anything. And the teacher says he's failing in school, and everything I ask him to do, he'll say it's too hard. I can't do that. And so I'd like to bring him over and let him see what you're doing, and you're blind." She told me about Caleb, said he had bad eyesight, and that he could only see close up. He could see to write, and he could see to read, but he couldn't. He'd go to church and he couldn't even see who was around him or anything. He couldn't see people's faces. He couldn't identify, just like me. And so she brought him over after school. I showed him all my wreaths. I took him around the house. I talked to him and got acquainted with him. And I put my arms around him and hugged him, and I had made arrangements to show him how to make a card that he could send to his grandma in Texas, and she just thought that was wonderful that I had done this, and I showed him how to crease the paper and cut it on the creases on the paper cutter, and I had a picture that he could paste on it, and I taught him how to write poetry, a little message that would rhyme, so he could put it in the card and send it to his grandma. And he was just real happy. We had a work day together the very first time he came, and he went home. I had written a little message, a whole bunch of messages that rhymed, and I said, "You could write poetry. If you could write, you could publish a poetry book. You could publish a storybook." She had brought all of the kids, and they were all here, and as he went out, they all went out the door, and Caleb was last. And he said to me, he reached down and he spoke to me. I didn't hear him, and he said, "You didn't hear me, did you?" And I said, "No. You got to speak slow and loud." He doesn't speak very plainly, and he put his mouth to my ear and said, "I love you." My first meeting with him, he loved me, and I put my arm around him and I said, "You come and see me whenever you want, Caleb." First day he went home, that night at supper time, he said to his dad, "I learned something over to Sister Bates's. I learned that you can do anything you want to do if you want to do it bad enough." Each time he came over, we would do something together. I would work out something. It got to be the point where he was good therapy for me, and I was good therapy for him. She wondered what in the world was going on with Caleb. He could do anything now. She'd ask him to do something, he'd say, "I think I can do it, I'll try," instead of saying it's too hard.